Pisces, I need you to listen to me right now because the universe is literally forcing the truth into the light. Someone's angry third party is about to reach out to you, and they're bringing screenshots. This isn't just a random message. This person is furious, and they're about to blow your entire reality wide open. The lies your love interest has been telling? They are crumbling today. You're about to see exactly who they've been talking to, and it is going to make your jaw drop. Before we dive into this chaotic energy, tell me in the comments where you're watching from, and make sure you've liked and subscribed so you don't miss the updates on this massive exposure. Pisces, this reading already feels incredibly intense. You've been feeling a massive shift in your energy lately, haven't you? Like the air is thick, and you just know something is brewing behind the scenes. You've been picking up on random spikes of anxiety, maybe even waking up at 3 a.m. with a heavy chest and a mind racing with what-ifs. That is not your imagination. That is the collective energy of a massive secret trying to break through the veil. What I'm picking up on is that your intuition has been screaming at you for weeks, but your heart kept trying to rationalize it. You kept telling yourself, no, they wouldn't do that. They love me. I feel our connection. But the universe is about to hand you the undeniable receipts, and it's going to happen faster than you think. Here's the thing about this person. On the surface, they've been playing it cool, maybe even acting a little distant, giving you mixed signals or pulling away when things got too deep. But underneath that detached exterior, they are living in absolute chaos. They have been juggling a situation that is completely spiraling out of their control. There is a third party involved here, and this person is absolutely furious. I'm seeing the energy of the Nine of Swords and the Tower crashing down. This third party just found out that your person was not being honest with them. Maybe they found out your person was still talking to you behind their back, or maybe they realized they were being used as a placeholder to make your person feel desired. Either way, the illusion has shattered, and this third party is not going down quietly. They're angry, they're humiliated, and most importantly, they have the screenshots to prove every single lie. And this is where it gets really interesting for you, Pisces, because while this third party is plotting their grand expose, your person is in a state of sheer panic. But here is the twist, they aren't just panicking about getting caught. They're panicking because they are terrified of losing you. This is why they haven't been able to let you go, no matter how much distance they try to put between you. You represent their safe space, their emotional anchor, the one person who actually sees their soul. When they look at you, they feel understood in a way they never felt with this third party. The third party was likely a distraction, a rebound, or someone they used to try and fill the void you left or to stroke their own ego. But it backfired horribly. Now, they are deeply regretting it, and their obsession with you is only magnified because they know they are about to lose their footing. The question is, how deep does this psychological grip go? It goes all the way down to their core. They are constantly checking your socials, wondering if you already know, wondering if you can feel the energy shifting through the screen. They want to reach out to you to warn you, or to spin the narrative before the screenshots drop, but their ego and their fear are paralyzing them. They're trapped in their own web of lies. For some of you, this person has been gaslighting you slightly, making you feel crazy for questioning their whereabouts, their sudden mood swings, or why they were so defensive lately. But the truth is, their mood swings were the guilt of their double life eating them alive. They couldn't look you in the eye, because they knew the foundation they were trying to build with you was cracked. Now, let's talk about this angry third party, because their energy is incredibly volatile right now, and this is where the spice really kicks in. They aren't just going to quietly fade away and let your person off the hook. They feel used. They feel like they wasted their time, and they want to make sure your person pays for the emotional manipulation. They are going to reach out to you directly. Why? Because they know your person is hiding behind you. They want to bypass your person and go straight to the source to show you exactly who you're dealing with. They're going to send you the messages, the timestamps, the undeniable proof of the lies. It feels like a karmic cleanup is happening in real time. The universe is literally orchestrating this collision because your person needed to be exposed in order to finally drop their masks. It feels like the walls are closing in on them, Pisces. They are sitting there, staring at their phone, knowing that at any given second, your name is going to pop up with a notification that changes everything. They are torn between running away and facing the music. But they can't run from you. You are their karmic mirror. Every time they try to walk away, the universe pulls them right back to your energy. They are so deeply entangled in your aura that this exposure is actually going to force them to finally look at themselves. The screenshots aren't just going to expose their lies to you, they are going to expose their lies to themselves. And that is going to trigger a massive emotional breakdown, because for the first time, they won't be able to lie their way out of it. Pisces, let's get deeply into why this person is so completely obsessed with you, because the psychological grip they have on their own feelings is spiraling out of control. Here's the thing. They genuinely thought they could replace the depth of your connection with the superficial excitement of this third party. They convinced themselves that the third party was easier, less demanding, or just a fun distraction while they figured out their own internal chaos. But what they didn't realize is that you are not just a phase. You are a karmic anchor. Every time they try to pull away from your energy, they feel this magnetic, almost suffocating pull dragging them right back to you. They are sitting in their own space, looking at their phone, feeling this heavy, aching void in their chest that no one else can fill. They thought walking away from you would give them freedom, but it actually gave them a prison of their own making. And this is where the emotional turn happens, because they are starting to realize that this third party isn't a replacement at all. They're a mirror reflecting all the unresolved baggage your person has been running from. When your person looks at this third party, they don't see a future. They see a distraction that has now become a massive liability. The third party is demanding things your person isn't ready to give, and it's highlighting exactly what they lost when they pushed you away. They are realizing that the easy route was actually the hardest path they could have chosen. The guilt is eating them alive. They know they compromised their integrity. They know they played with people's hearts, and the karmic weight of that is crashing down on them right now. They are suffocating under the pressure of the lies they told to keep both of you in their orbit. But what actually changed? What shifted the energy so drastically that this third party is now holding screenshots and preparing to expose them? The question is, when did your person lose control of the narrative? It happened the exact moment you stopped chasing. For so long, Pisces, you were the one pouring your energy into this connection. You were the one trying to understand them, trying to heal them, trying to make it work. But recently, something inside you just snapped. You pulled your energy back. You went quiet. You stopped checking their socials, you stopped waiting for their texts, and you started focusing on your own spiritual glow-up. And that silence? That absolute, unbothered detachment. It triggered their deepest, most primal abandonment wound. They expected you to break. They expected you to reach out and beg for their attention. But when you didn't, their ego shattered. They panicked. They started reaching out to the third party more, trying to use them to provoke a reaction from you, trying to create a triangle to feed their own narcissism. But here is the massive emotional shift. Your silence didn't break you, it broke them. They realized that you are completely capable of walking away and thriving without them. That realization terrified them so much that they started making sloppy, careless mistakes. They got sloppy with their phone. They got sloppy with their words. They thought they were being so slick, but the universe was already setting the stage for their exposure. This is where the third party's energy violently shifts. The third party wasn't just blindly in love, they started noticing the inconsistencies too. They noticed your person's mood swings, their sudden disappearances, the way they would guard their phone like it was a state secret. The third party's intuition started flaring up, just like yours did. And then, the turning point happened. A notification popped up at the wrong time. A message was left on the screen. A cloud sync revealed a deleted conversation. The third party saw the screenshots, the timestamps, the undeniable proof that your person was playing them both. In that split second, the illusion died. The third party went from being a willing participant in this toxic triangle to a woman or man scorned, absolutely furious, and armed with the digital receipts to burn your person's life to the ground. What I'm picking up on is that this third party's anger isn't just about jealousy, it's about humiliation. They feel like a fool, and they refuse to let your person walk away looking like the victim. They want the world, and specifically you, to see exactly who this person really is. They are going to reach out to you, not necessarily because they care about you, but because they want to weaponize you. They want to hand you the screenshots so that you can be the one to deliver the final blow. They want your person to lose both of you at the exact same time. It's a scorched earth tactic, and it is incredibly volatile. But Pisces, you need to understand that this isn't a punishment for you. This is divine intervention. The universe is literally clearing the path for you by exposing the rot that was hiding in the shadows. You have been praying for clarity, you've been asking the universe to show you the truth, and this is the answer. The spiritual timing here is impeccable. The angel numbers you've been seeing, 1111, 444, 555, have all been signaling this massive upheaval and transformation. The old cycle of deception is being violently dismantled so that the truth can stand in the light. Your person is about to face the ultimate karmic consequence of their actions, and there is absolutely nothing they can do to stop it. The screenshots are coming. The truth is coming. And your intuition, which has been validated 1,000 times over, is finally going to be proven right. Right now, as we speak, this person is sitting in a state of absolute, paralyzing dread. They know the clock is ticking. They know that third party is typing out that message to you as we speak, fingers hovering over the send button. And the most fascinating part of this entire chaotic mess? Their first instinct isn't to run and hide. Their first instinct is to get to you. They are desperately wanting to confess everything before you hear it from someone else. They want to be the one to hand you the truth, because they are terrified that if you hear it from this angry third party first, the door between you two will be slammed shut forever. They are rehearsing what to say, typing out long paragraphs and deleting them, because no words feel adequate enough to fix the catastrophic mess they've made. But here is the subtle emotional turn. Beneath that frantic panic, there is a profound, bone-deep awakening happening within them. For months, maybe even years, they have been operating from a place of ego, fear, and emotional immaturity. They thought they could compartmentalize their life. They thought they could keep you in a neat, safe little box while they explored something shiny and new with this third party. But the universe doesn't allow for that kind of spiritual bypassing. The moment that third party found those screenshots, the illusion didn't just crack, it vaporized. And in that vaporization, this person is finally seeing you clearly. They are realizing that you weren't just an option, you were the anchor. You were the only person who ever loved them without conditions, and they betrayed that sacred trust. The regret they are feeling right now is not superficial, it is a soul-level ache that is keeping them awake at night. The spiritual pressure on them is immense. I'm picking up on intense, undeniable synchronicities surrounding them. Every time they look at their phone, they see 1111 or 333. They hear a song you used to love playing in a random store, and it hits them like a physical blow to the chest. They see your name pop up in suggested tags, or a mutual friend mentions you in passing, and their heart literally skips a beat. The universe is relentlessly reminding them of what they're about to lose. This isn't a coincidence. This is divine intervention applying maximum pressure. The cosmos is forcing them to confront their own reflection, and they are absolutely crumbling under the weight of it. They are being spiritually cornered, and the only way out is through radical, brutal honesty. But we have to talk about the complications, because this situation is far from a clean, simple resolution. The outside energy surrounding this person is thick with gossip and social pressure. This third party isn't keeping this exposure a secret. They are talking to mutual friends. They are dropping hints in group chats. They are actively trying to tarnish your person's reputation to make sure they pay a social price for their deception. And your person knows it. Their pride and their social image are on the line, and that is making them act completely erratic. They are terrified of being the villain in the story. This fear of public exposure is actually warring with their desire to come clean to you. They're caught in a vicious tug-of-war between saving their own reputation and trying to save the connection with you. And this brings us to a critical warning for you, Pisces. Because of this intense pressure, there is a very high chance this person will attempt a preemptive strike. They might reach out to you with a half-truth. They might try to get ahead of the narrative by admitting to a small lie, hoping that if they confess to something minor, you won't believe the massive truth when the screenshots arrive. Do not fall for this emotional sabotage. This is a classic manipulation tactic born out of sheer desperation. They are trying to control the damage, not because they are suddenly a saint, but because they are terrified of losing their grip on you. Their energy right now is frantic, scattered, and deeply self-serving, even if it is wrapped in the guise of a tearful apology. Yet, underneath all that frantic damage control, the emotional truth remains undeniable. They are grieving you. They are mourning the loss of the peace they felt in your presence. When they are alone in the dark, the third party's anger and the mutual friend's gossip fade away, and all that is left is the haunting memory of your energy. They remember how you looked at them. They remember the way you made them feel safe. And they know, with absolute certainty, that they threw away something rare and beautiful for a cheap imitation. That realization is a karmic lesson they will carry with them for a long time. They are being forced to sit in the discomfort of their own choices, and there is no fast-forward button out of this pain. The pieces are all on the board now. The angry third party is armed and ready to strike. Your person is trapped in a web of their own making, paralyzed by regret and the fear of public ruin. And you, Pisces, are sitting right in the center of the storm, holding all the power, even if you don't fully realize it yet. The exposure is imminent. The truth is about to be laid bare at your feet. But the real question isn't about what they're going to do next. The real question is about how you are going to handle the aftermath when the dust finally settles and the truth is finally in your hands. Pisces, the exact moment you have been waiting for is finally here, and it is happening in real time. The angry third party has hit send. Your phone is about to light up, or maybe it already has, and the screenshots are flooding your screen. It's not just a few out-of-context texts. This person is handing you an entire timeline of deception. You are going to see the dates, the timestamps, the locations, and the exact words your person used to lie to your face. At first glance, it feels like a massive emotional shock to the system. Your chest might tighten and your breath might catch. But here is the beautiful, powerful emotional turn. Instead of shattering you, this raw data instantly crystallizes your clarity. The heavy, suffocating fog of gaslighting evaporates in a single second. You aren't crazy. You weren't imagining things. Your intuition was right all along, and the universe just handed you the ultimate validation. What happens next is where the true karmic cleanup begins, and it is going to be incredibly dramatic. The moment your person realizes these screenshots have been sent to you, they do not go into damage control mode anymore. The ego completely dies. Here's the thing, they realize that the game is over. The mask is off and there is nowhere left to hide. This person may show up at your door unannounced, or they might call you with a voice that is shaking, raw, and completely stripped of its usual pride. They are going to give you the full, unfiltered confession. They will admit to the insecurities that drove them to seek validation elsewhere, the foolishness of entertaining the third party, and the absolute terror they felt when they realized how deeply they were falling for you. They will confess that they self-sabotaged because your energy was too pure, too deep, and too real for their broken emotional state to handle. The question is, how do you handle this sudden, overwhelming surrender? For some of you, this person will be begging for a chance to rebuild, crying, promising that the third party is completely blocked and erased from their life. They will lay their heart at your feet, exposing their own ugly flaws just to prove they are finally being honest. But this is where you must shift your energy, Pisces. It feels like the universe is screaming at you to protect your peace right now. When they come to you with this messy, chaotic apology, your natural Pisces instinct will be to soothe them, to absorb their pain, to play the savior and fix the situation. You must resist that urge. You do not need to chase this resolution. You do not need to force an outcome or rush into forgiveness just to ease their discomfort. This is your moment to step fully into your power. You are the one holding all the cards now. The power dynamic has completely flipped. Advise yourself to stay grounded, to breathe through the shock, and to not let their emotional storm become your storm. Tell them you need time. Step back into your own sacred space. Let them sit in the discomfort of their consequences. You have to show them that access to your energy is a privilege, not a right, and they just lost that privilege through their deception. By holding your boundary, you are not being cruel. You are teaching them the spiritual lesson they desperately needed to learn. You are forcing them to do the actual inner work, rather than just offering empty words to get you back. As the dust begins to settle on this massive exposure, I want you to realize the profound spiritual protection that has been surrounding you this entire time. The delays, the confusion, the mixed signals, it was all the universe buying you time to see the truth for yourself. If this third party hadn't stepped in with the screenshots, you might have spent another year trying to heal a person who was actively hiding things from you. This painful exposure was actually a divine rescue mission. The old cycle of deception had to be violently dismantled so that whatever comes next, whether it is a truly transformed version of this person returning to you, or you walking away into your own beautiful, unbothered future, could be built on absolute, unshakable truth. You are so deeply loved, Pisces, and you are so energetically significant. The universe will not let you settle for breadcrumbs when you are meant to have the entire feast. Trust your intuition. Honor your boundaries, and know that you are being guided toward your highest good, even when the journey looks chaotic. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you so much for watching, for trusting me with your energy, and for being here. I love you, I'm proud of you, and I will see you in the next reading.